Hey guys, and happy Easter! So I wanted to come on and do a new foundation review. I know I mentioned to you guys I had ordered some makeup in my previous video. So I went ahead and purchased the Dior Skin Forever Perfect Makeup Everlasting Wear Pore Refining Effect. So I'm super excited to try this out, guys. I have the Dior Air Flash. That's a good foundation. But I wanted to try another high-end foundation. So, I don't know about you guys, but I have a horrible habit of thinking I'm tanner than what I am when I buy stuff online. I don't know what's wrong with me. So anyway, I ordered this online, so I didn't go in the store to swatch it. So as you can see, I put self-tanner on, still pajamas on. When I do a check-in later, don't worry, I'm gonna have my hair done and look more normal, but I figured, what the heck, I'm not gonna get dressed and do my hair just to slap on this foundation for the first part of this video. We're keeping it casual. So my face is still super pale. I don't like to self-tan my face because I exfoliate a lot. Like this morning I used my Clarisonic. So anyway, I did the whole rest of my body, so this should hopefully match us now, but I figured I still want to try it. If it doesn't work out, I'll just take it to Sephora, pick a new color if I like it, and if I do try it and I don't like it, I'll just take it back altogether and get something different. So we're gonna try it out. It should match me now that I self-tanned. I purchased sand. And as I've mentioned, I get sunscreens. I get foundations with warm undertones because my skin has a yellow undertone to it, not a pink one. So anyway, basically what this is saying is it creates long-lasting wear. It's fluid, non-greasy texture, perfectly blends with the skin for an immediate matte finish with no mask effect throughout the day. It provides optimal comfort and flawless wear. Day after day, the skin's texture appears refined and its surface beautifully enhanced. So that's kind of cool. I like foundations that have like skincare properties in them that are supposed to help your skin. So I've already prepped my skin. I used my Clarisonic. I moisturized. I got a really cute bag from Sephora, you know, when you get those insider points. So I got the Dr. Brandt like skin one. So I used their like Wrinkle No More under my eyes, and I also used their like baggage cream or whatever. So I've heard really good things about their primer, and it came with the Pores No More primer. Now, as you know, I've been using the Becca primer. So I'm gonna use the Becca primer on half and the Dr. Brandt on the other half, and I'm gonna see if I like one or the other better. You know, their primer says instant mattifying pore refiner, apply under or over makeup, that's weird, and throughout the day as needed. So I don't know what that means. Maybe throughout the day you can make sure your pores are, I don't know, it's just weird. So I'm gonna take some of this and I'm going to put this all in here. This is where I notice most of my pores. I'll put a little bit down here. So now I'm going to take the other one, Dr. Brandt, and we'll put that on this side where the pores are, and I will see if I end up noticing a difference, guys. The Becca primer is clear. This primer has like a skin color to it. I hope I'm not using too much. Dr. Brandt Pores No More. This has a weird smell to it. It smells like ew, like old lady cream or something. This one feels very smoothing on the skin, whereas this one, once it's on, you can't feel it. This is definitely giving my skin a really nice smooth feeling. Okay. Alright, I'm excited to see if one of these work better than the other. Alright, so I'm going to apply my foundation with a sponge, which is how I typically do my foundations. Let's put our hair up so it's not in the way. Yeah, my face looks so pale right now. But yeah, as you can see, I self-tanned. So, let's go ahead and get into this. This was, what, $50-something. I'll look up the price and I'll put it on the screen for you guys. I got mine from Sephora. Now when you open this one, it comes with like a little pamphlet in all different languages, and it basically is just telling you, if I can find the English, You know, it's basically just saying what it does, just in more words than what the bottle said. So day after day, the skin's texture appears refined thanks to formula boosted by the poreless effect technology, dryness, dilation, and slackening. It also helps restore balance of the skin based on its moisture needs. So all day wear, extremely comfort, soft focus powders help smooth the skin's surface and reflect light, while mattifying powders help absorb excessive sebum. So I'm excited to try this. Like I said, I like the Estee Lauder, but I don't know. I want to try something that I know I'm gonna like super love. Really pretty packaging, guys. It's a frosted glass bottle, silver here. What color is this? Black cap. I'm like half colorblind, guys. So that's the packaging on this. Very nice. It comes with 1 fluid ounce, which is very typical for foundations. It's telling me to shake well. There is sunscreen in this, so I'm going to take some flash photography so we can get an idea, because obviously on your wedding you're going to be taking flash photography, and that's my biggest concern with foundations with sunscreen. Although I did go on YouTube, and that's why I wanted to purchase this, was because people were saying this was good for wedding makeup and it looked fine in photos. So let's take a couple pumps. Yeah, now that I self-tan, I think it's going to work great. I put 2 pumps on my hand. These look like pretty small pumps. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Sonia Kashuk sponge. I'm just making sure it's wrung out. Okay, guys. So I don't like a lot of water in my sponge because I don't want it shearing out my makeup too much. Okay, so I'm going to take some of the foundation. And let me bounce this. Yeah, I totally need, if I like this, I totally need to go back and get a different color. This to get a full coverage effect. So I just put 2 more pumps on my hand. Let me go back into, this has a majorly floral scent. I like it. I mean, if you're sensitive to scents, you might think it's a little much. But I think I like it. Make sure I run it down my neck, even though I have the tanner on. Obviously my ears aren't as tan, so let me kind of take it over my ears a little bit. Okay, so I kind of used all of that. I like a full coverage effect. So the only thing with this is if you're going for full coverage, you're gonna need quite a few pumps. That kind of is something I'm not liking, but let's go ahead and continue. I'm excited to see if I see a difference in the primers. I love the smell of this, guys. Don't need quite as much on my forehead. Should I get in there? Yeah, I think it's matching since we tanned. We're gonna put concealer on too, so that's gonna sheer it out a little. So guys, I probably used like 4 pumps probably. So that's kind of annoying because it is expensive, but we will see what we think. Alright, make sure I've got it blended in nicely. Try and get it up to my hairline without getting it in my actual blonde hair. Alright guys, so I think I have it in everywhere. Let me move my mirror over a little bit. So, I avoid my under eyes, as you guys know. Alright, so it looks like we've got everything covered. Feels like a velvety finish. So let's see, we'll see how this lasts throughout the day. It looks pretty on the skin. It doesn't look super cakey. I'm thinking it looks pretty natural, but like I said, I kind of put a lot of pumps on. So that's all the pumps we're gonna do for now. Yeah, it actually, I don't know why I got such a dark color. It must have been nuts. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and put concealer on. So I'm gonna go ahead and put concealer on now. I'm just gonna take the Maybelline Age Rewind, use that to lighten up the forehead a little bit. Around the bridge of my nose, we'll do our chin. I'm gonna take the Maybelline Fit Mail and set it with that. And my chin is what gets oily, so I'm gonna make sure I set that. Just bringing down whatever's on the sponge down here where my pores are. I also purchased the smaller size of a couple Hourglass stuff. I got the lighting bronzer, ambient lighting bronzer, and the ambient lighting powder. Really want to try this as well to set my foundation and to add that beautiful light. This is the Luminous Light. So I'm going to take that. This is the tiny one. The price of these drives me nuts, guys. I got the small one. Look at this. It's like the size of like a single shadow. And this was like high 20 something. Whereas like the bigger ones were even more, but I hadn't used these before. So I was like, sure, let me get the small one. And then it came in the mail and I was like, oh my God, this is so small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Duo Fiber brush. It's a stippling brush, but I kind of want something to put this on really sheerly. So I'm going to dip it in here. I haven't used this before. Let's see what happens. Now supposedly this stuff is supposed to obviously give me a really nice luminous finish, and because I'm using a matte foundation, I wanted to try these. Like it's giving me a little bit of a glow, but it's not making me look oily or shiny. You see, I kind of put that all over my face. I'm going to dust some under the eyes too. Okay. We'll see how this looks throughout the day. It's a very slight noticeable difference. Then I got one of their bronzers, and again, this has some luminosity to it. I got it in the Diffused Bronze Light. So guys, I'm gonna try that out. I'm gonna try this fluffy brush. Again, it's got like bronze mixed with shimmery powder. Bronze up here. A little tan today. Alright guys, so this is like basic. Right now I don't have blush on or highlight yet, so why don't I just go ahead and do that. Let's stick with the whole luminous thing, and we're gonna go with Milani Luminoso. There you go. I'm gonna put that onto the cheeks. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go off camera and do eye makeup, and I'll check back in with you after I've done my makeup and we'll see what we're thinking of the foundation. Hey guys, I'm back. So I did super basic makeup. I just, put brown in the crease, super light, no false lashes today, just regular mascara. And then I went ahead and just used some setting spray. So I'm looking in the mirror right now. I have a couple blobs from the setting spray, but from here, I think it looks really pretty. I ended up taking my Laura Mercier and baked a little bit to like clean up where I have that bronzer. So yeah, I think this looks really pretty so far. I think that Hourglass powder looks really pretty on the skin because it's not making me look shiny, but I can definitely see some luminosity onto my forehead. It's giving me like a nice little glow while still using a matte foundation. So I'm looking in the mirror and I honestly don't see too much of a difference. Honestly, the Becca one might actually have blurred them a little bit more, but there's not like a huge difference. Let me zoom you guys in so you can see how my skin is looking. Let me turn down the light, there we go. So you can see my pores, but I think the foundation's looking really pretty. I'm looking in the camera right now and I think it looks stunning. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good, guys. So that's how we're looking right now. It is probably about like 10 a.m. Do I have my phone in here? Oh yeah, I do. It's 10:06, so let's say I started putting this stuff on around 9:30. I did super quick makeup, like I said. So probably around like 9:30 I started. So I'm gonna honestly go throughout the day. It's Easter, so I will be running around a little bit. And yeah, we will see how this holds up. I'm really excited because right now I think it is looking nice. So throughout the day, let's see if it gets oily, and I'm hoping this Hourglass Luminous powder doesn't make me look more oily. As I've mentioned, my chin is typically what gets oily on me. I'm not gonna blot or powder because when I do my check-in, I want you guys to see how it was holding up on the skin. So as of right now, I'm thinking it looks really pretty. I am going to try a flash picture and I will see how that ends up looking to see if it gave me any flashbacks. So that's it for now, guys. No complaints right now. It blended nicely and I'm thinking it looks pretty on the skin. The other powders blended nicely on top of it. So yeah, right now it's looking great. So I will check back in with you guys a little bit later. Hey guys, so I wanted to pop on and do a check-in. It is about 4 o'clock. I put the Dior foundation on around 9:30, so I figured I would do a quick little check-in now. I just got back from my family's house for Easter, so I was eating. So I'm looking in the mirror right now, and I'd say it looks pretty similar as to when I put it on this morning. I'm looking, and it doesn't appear to have faded anywhere. Everything is still intact. Obviously my lipstick looks a little crazy right now, but yeah, overall it looks fine like it did this morning. I'm not really noticing anything crazy. It's not looking oily. My skin does have a little bit of luminosity to it, but that's because I use the Hourglass. It's not oil, it's a little bit luminous from the powder that I decided to try today. So it's looking pretty good around my nostrils. A lot of times foundation melts, which this one is kind of in the crevice there, but it's not too crazy, so that's good. But yeah, it doesn't appear to have like sunken into any lines or anything like that. So I don't have anything crazy to report, guys. It's still staying pretty good, pretty intact. So yeah, I'll do another check-in later tonight before bed, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts on the Dior foundation. Hey guys, it's 7:45, so I wanted to do my final check-in for the day. Sorry that the lighting's a little off. It's almost 8 o'clock and my beauty lights are behind me, so I didn't feel like getting them out. But yeah, I'm looking at my face in the mirror and I'd say this held up pretty well. It doesn't really look to have faded anywhere. It held up pretty well. Everything is still intact pretty well. My chin gets a little oily, but other than that, I feel like my face wouldn't look quite as luminous, but I did put that Hourglass powder on to set. I'll try zooming you in. I don't know how well you'll be able to see. But yeah, I mean, overall it held up pretty well. There's no like crazy oily spots. If it faded anywhere, it might be a little bit on my chin, but I've had this on since about, what was it, like 9:30, so it's been on like 10 hours pretty well. So I think what I'm going to do is I want to test this foundation out some more. It held up pretty well, but I think I'm going to go back to Sephora and I'm going to get a lighter shade. So I'm really excited to try it out in a shade that matches me more without self-tanner. But yeah, it's looking really good. I feel like it looks pretty natural. Like you can tell that I have makeup on my face, but it's not looking super crazy. So yeah, I'd say I'm pleasantly surprised with this foundation. So I give it a thumbs up, guys. I highly recommend it. I'm not too fond of the price. Who wants to pay 50 something? But yeah, it's pore refining. It looks pretty well. And between the two primers, I honestly can't really tell a difference. The Becca primer looked better to begin with, but now that I'm looking in the mirror, I honestly feel like the Dr. Brandt one actually lasted a little bit longer. But other than that, you can't really tell a difference. So anyway, guys, I do recommend this foundation. I'm glad that I actually liked this one. There's nothing crazy going on for wearing this 10 hours. This could definitely be a good option for wedding makeup. So I'm going to try this out some more, play around with it a little bit more, and see what I think. So, yeah, guys, thank you.